Yo, what's happening, people? Back again for another stream. Don't forget to smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel at Gav Goes In. So this is my first edition of players to look out for next season. I'm going to be doing not only the Premiership, but also all over the world. First person I'm going to look at is a young talent at Brighton called Carlos Baleba. Cameroonian international, 20 years of age, was signed from Lille in France. I think this player's got a lot of potential. Obviously, with Brighton, Brighton signed him from Lille. I think, obviously, Brighton's history of midfielders from Moises Caicedo, Alexis McAllister, even before that, Yves Bissouma. I think he's going to be special. So they've got a whole list of players that they always go for that end up going for quite a bit of money, and I think he could be the next one in line. Carlos Baleba, left-footed, defensive centre midfield. And I think what I like about him is that you don't really see too many left-footed DMs or centre midfielder or where he can play. I think the only one that really comes to note that is of that level is Eduardo Camavinga. Off the top of my head, I think he's the only left-footed player that plays in the centre of the pitch. And I think Carlos Baleba, I think he could be someone that's going to shock a lot of viewers next season. Comfortable in possession, tenacious out of possession. I think recently, I'm not sure if he played recently, but he was in the team. But yeah, I think that he's got a lot to offer, Baleba. I think a team like, for instance, I would like to see Man United sign. So if De Zerbi was to come in, I would hope that De Zerbi would kind of look at Baleba and think, he can fit into my system. He's young, and I think the way De Zerbi would want to play, he would obviously fit into that, having come from De Zerbi's system. So for me, if De Zerbi was to take one player, I wouldn't mind it being him. He's relatively unknown, but I think he's got potential for sure to be one of the top midfielders in Europe in the next couple of seasons. Obviously this season's been his breakthrough season, and it's just a case of next season him establishing himself in the team. But from what I've seen of him, he looks promising, to be fair. I think he could be, in terms of what Fred was at Man United. Obviously, Fred was very tenacious. He was very energetic, and I think Baleba can be similar. But I do believe Baleba has. I think technically he could be better, as well, on the ball. When I've watched him, he doesn't seem like he's rushed. He seems always composed on the ball, and I think that will complement someone like a Kobe Mino as well, who's still young. But I think if United looking to move on certain players in that part of the pitch, I think he'll be someone that should be targeted. And as I said, I can't see Brighton selling him, and definitely won't sell him on the cheap. But hopefully, if De Zerbi does come, and De Zerbi wants to bring a player with him, as I said, I hope he's going to be one of the main ones that he brings along with him. I think he's got a lot of potential to be, as I said, to be a star. So that's my first edition. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to do an edition from a certain striker playing out in Germany. And I think he's another one as well that I'm going to talk about tomorrow that potentially could be the next big striking sensation. So yeah, I'm going to do a little set on him tomorrow. Also, I'm not going to tell you the name. Obviously, if you want to have a check of the name, just have a search in my in my list of what's coming up. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So don't forget to smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel at Gav Goes In, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.